Okay, so yesterday game was for me that was disappointing, but I'm still happy that we got a point out of it due to how West Ham played. And I'm not going to dive too deep into the game. I just want to talk about the fact that you know the reason why one of the reason why this game was so big is because of this. This Manchester United fan trying to cut his hair. That's one of the reasons why the game was so big. I mean, Manchester United is Manchester United. I get it, but the reason why they was so huge, and even I was so invested into this game, to be honest with you, is because I wanted this dude to cut his hair. I don't like the fact that this thing is hanging over Manchester United for so long that we just can't get rid of it, right? And I don't like that. So I was just hoping that he cut his hair and just got it over with. That was it. But besides from that, right? 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw. That's not a bad result. Even if we was to lose the game, it's still not a bad result. Out of a possible 15 points, we got 13 points, right? Out of a possible 15, we got 13 points. That's not bad. If we were to get just 12 points out of a possible 15 points, that still would have been good. I think Michael Carrick is doing a good job. I think the players so far since he came to the club, they've been turning up for him. And I don't want yesterday to feel like a drop down, a character, right? Even though there's a high standards that Manchester United set for themselves. We being Manchester United fan, we understand the standards that Manchester United have. But sometimes we have to come to reality. Like our team is not a team of before, right? So we have to accept them being the position that they're at and so on. So therefore we gotta go forward and think that okay, even though we wanted to win, but we didn't win, we can accept the 13 points that we got out of the 15, right? We're still in the top four, still fighting for that Champions League spot. That is the most important thing. I know people was getting carried away saying that, oh, Manchester United might win the league if they keep winning games. But bro, don't get into all that. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to yourself. Just take it one game at a time, one game at a time. Stop doing that to yourself. It's okay to be a United fan. It's okay to be passionate, but sometimes you have to know the reality. And the reality that we are in right now is that we are going for just top four, possible top five. That's all we're going for. So just be patient. Let's just trust what the manager is doing so far. And we can have conversation about whether he should get the job, he shouldn't get the job. But that's a conversation for another day. But today is about the game that happened yesterday. So let me just give you my take on it. I think overall, right? Overall, the players didn't play well. Overall, they didn't play well. I felt as if that they wasn't in it, right? From minute one, we were so slow, we were sluggish. We looked so tired. It was mind boggling, bro. I was like, what the hell is going on? I just couldn't believe it. Minute one, bro, we just wasn't in it. After that first half, I was like, yo, to be honest with you, if we come back in the first half and play better than what we did in that first half, that would be so much good. But I'm just seeing a bird. I'm seeing a bird right now. So that's the benefit and also the not benefit of being outside because you can get distraction. But I was thinking to myself, if we come back from the first half, the second half, and we can put in a good performance, there's a possibility that we can win the game. The goal that we gave up was pretty sloppy. It was coming from the midfield. I'm not trying to be too critical of Kobe Minu because I know how we feel about Kobe Minu. But I felt like he could have done a little bit better on that. I feel like it's textbook. Somebody is right on your shoulder. You should be looking on your shoulder and stop that cross from going in. But it didn't happen, and we got scored on. The worst thing that you can do as a team that playing against a team that sit back and play in those tight and make life difficult for you is to give up a goal early to them. That's very difficult. And we did that. We managed to do that, and it was one of the reasons that cost us the game, cost us winning the game. And then one thing that I want to talk about as well too is like there was so many passage of plays that was going on. So many passes or plays that was going on. I can't even remember how many shots that we had on target. But so many passes, and we couldn't really create any decent chance. But Zersky and Sesko came on the game in the game. If now we wanted to cross the ball in the box. I mean, I thought Sesko should have started the game in the first place. But I'm not going to be too critical, right? Because this is Michael Carrick, and this is not a manager that been doing it for a very long time for Manchester United, right? I'm not going to be too critical because I know he's a caretaker, right? If he get the job full time, we can have a different conversation about it. But I'm not going to be too critical. I thought Zershi came in the game. He did fairly okay. He had a chance to put it away, but it was a little bit difficult. But it is what it is. Sesko came into the game. He got a goal. I thought he should have started the game. That would have changed a whole lot. West Ham wouldn't have been so compacted if Sesko was in the game, right? So that's how I feel about it. And he got his goal. That's 5 goals in 6, which is not bad for a striker. That's gradually and little by little, he's building up his confidence. That's exactly what we need. Exactly what we need going forward. Uh, but we were very fortunate to get that tying goal so we can at least draw the game, get 1 point out of it. Like I said, I'm happy with where we at. We go again about 13 days from now. You know, the players need to be well rested. Just like I said earlier in the video, that the players were tired. So now they can rest, come back, and just go for it, bro. Just go for it. If we win 13, if we get 13 points out of possible 15 in the next 5 games, right? I'm okay with that too. And then we do that again. 13 points in the next 5 games. I'm okay with that too, because that's progression, right? That's a sign of a team that is building something. And all I want to see is that we are building something. And so we can play Champions League next year. I desperately and definitely want to play Champions League next year. I promise you that. I promise you that. But welcome to the channel. I'm Dash. Please, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Connect to the channel. Let's start a new Manchester United family. And let's go, bro. This is our team. This is our club. Uh yeah. Life is easy when Manchester United is winning games. I always say to myself that the world is a better place when Manchester United win. Just look at how many people was watching us, bro. Just wanted to see if we were going to win a game so this dude can cut his hair, right? Almost 1 billion people tuned in to watch that game. And there is nothing like it, bro. There's nothing like Manchester United. There will never be anything like Manchester United. And the Premier League need us. Football need us to be back, bro. Football desperately need us because football is not sweet. As you can see, all these people that play Champions League football, they're not enjoying themselves because Manchester United is not there. But once again, comment, like, subscribe to the channel so we can have more conversation like this. So I can, maybe sometime come outside. Maybe I'll go in a restaurant one day, say somewhere so we can have a conversation. Shit, maybe you might see me on top of the roof somewhere. I'm praying that God will bless me like that, right? But little by little, we're gonna take our steps, building a channel, a community, a family that is Manchester United driven, that is sports driven, right? So we can talk about the things that we love. Thank you very much.